Hello everybody, my name is Annabelle Kirk and this is my personal story script. Here is my audience. Okay, for my personal story, I wanted to talk about church hurt. On February 8th of 2020, I went on a church retreat for my youth group, and I was left alone in a room full of guys, and there were no girls in there and there were no adults, and while I was left alone, 5 of the guys threatened to rape me. And of course, being at church and recently getting saved the year before and baptized the year before, that caused a lot of stress and anxiety and fear. And the church once felt like home, safe, and a loving place, and turned into fear, uncomfortableness, and church hurt in a matter of minutes. This incident made me fear going back to church. I tried to avoid going to church. I was angry at God, and I just didn't understand why this would be happening to me after I had just given my life to Him. I did blame God and blame the church. I then went to another church and was afraid of something happening again. There were more and more incidents that kept happening where I started to doubt God even more and didn't understand why this kept happening. I was upset with churches and no longer wanted to go just completely. I then started going to another church and gave it a try again. And the pastor wasn't preaching 100% out of the Bible and just wanted to say exactly what everyone wanted to hear. And so that was hard for me because even when I was enjoying the church, it wasn't like feeding my soul in the right way. I then started to go to church with this boy named Wyatt, who is now my fiance. And while I was there, I went because he was getting baptized. And while I was there, I felt super welcome and excited because everyone was extremely welcoming. And I now attend that church as a regular, and I'm a member for 2+ years now. I actually started working there in the children's ministry, and now I feel like that's why God let me go through that trial, was because now I can help keep other children safe and teach other people about Jesus. Like I said, I love going to church now, and I have learned that God let me go through this trial, not only so I could tell my story and testimony, but so I can tell people who are going to churches that aren't fully aligned with God, that there are churches who are filled with people who will love you and love Jesus even more. This also helped me to learn that churches are not full of perfect people, but they are filled with people who are in need of a perfect Savior named Jesus. I am an example that church hurt can be a temporary hurt. You only need to trust in Jesus and lean on Him while in search for a loving church home. And so that was my script. And here's my audience. Thank you.